Hey everyone, and welcome back to our magical journey through the world of Harry Potter. Last time, we met young Harry living a rather miserable life with the Dursleys. Today, things start to get a whole lot weirder. Harry's life with his aunt, uncle, and cousin Dudley was anything but pleasant. Dudley was a spoiled bully, and Uncle Vernon and Aunt Petunia treated Harry like he was a nuisance. He was basically the family's punching bag. One day, for Dudley's birthday, the family planned a trip to the zoo. Their usual babysitter, Mrs. Feig, had an accident, so they had no choice but to drag Harry along. They probably thought it was the worst thing ever, but for Harry, it was a rare chance to get out of the house. At the zoo, things were pretty normal, until Harry found himself in front of a giant snake enclosure. The snake was just lying there, completely still. Dudley, being his usual impatient self, got bored and ran off. But Harry stayed, captivated, and then the impossible happened. The snake blinked at him. It actually nodded. Harry, completely stunned, whispered, "Can you hear me?" Incredibly, the snake seemed to understand and nodded back. Just as this magical connection was forming, Dudley charged back, hammering his fists on the glass to wake the snake up, and then poof! The glass just ... vanished. Gone! The huge snake slithered out of its enclosure, causing chaos as everyone screamed and ran. As it passed by Harry, it paused, looked at him, and seemed to hiss, "Thanks, amigo," before disappearing. Of course, Uncle Vernon was absolutely furious. He blamed Harry for the whole incident. That night, Harry was locked in his tiny cupboard under the stairs with no dinner. He felt more alone than ever, wondering if he was going crazy. How could a snake talk? And how did that glass disappear? But the strangeness was just getting started. The very next morning, a letter arrived, and this wasn't just any letter. It was addressed specifically to Mr. H. Potter, the cupboard under the stairs. For Privet Drive, Uncle Vernon's face went pale. How could anyone possibly know where Harry slept? In a fit of rage, he snatched the letter from Harry and tore it to shreds, forbidding any of what he called nonsense in his house. But you can't stop magic that easily. The next day, more letters arrived. 10 dozens. Soon, hundreds of letters were flooding the house, coming through the mail slot, under the door, even tucked inside eggs delivered with the groceries. The Dursleys were in a full-blown panic. Uncle Vernon, in a desperate attempt to escape the relentless flow of mail, packed up the family and fled. Their destination, a rickety old hut on a tiny, storm-swept island in the middle of a lake. He was convinced no one could reach them there. He was wrong. That night, as a furious storm raged outside, the clock began to strike midnight. It was now officially Harry's 11th birthday, and just as the last chime faded, bang, bang, a thunderous knock echoed through the tiny hut. The door shuddered on its hinges. Uncle Vernon stood frozen in fear. A moment later, the door flew open, and a towering figure stepped inside. He was a giant of a man with a wild beard, a friendly smile, and, oddly enough, a pink umbrella. The giant man looked straight at Harry, his eyes twinkling. "Happy birthday, Harry!" he boomed. "I'm Rubeus Hagrid, keeper of keys and grounds at Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry." He then reached into his coat, pulled out a familiar-looking envelope, and handed it to a stunned Harry. "And this," Hagrid said with a grin, "is your acceptance letter, and that's where we'll leave it for today. Harry's life is about to change forever. What's in the letter? What is hot? We'll find out next time. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss the next part of the story. See you soon.